everybody, welcome back to another Wheel Thrill Gaming Let's Plays. Your host, as always, RPG Fairy here. Today we're back again, as promised, to Dragon Age Inquisition. Today, as I stated before, I'm going to go through the tutorial gameplay portion of Dragon Age Inquisition. I want to show you some little tips are little tricks and tips that I found out after multiple plays of the game. Um, so, um, I will tell you this: nothing's going to be game shattering, but it is some fun things to know about the game. So, um, without too much time wasted here, let's hit start and get that game started.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead. Except for you.
Alright, so if, as just like in the Mass Effect, one of the great things about BioWare games is this branching storylines where you get to actually interact and choose your response. So we get to create the personality. Now, Infidel is a very caring person. She cares about others. She really doesn't think too poorly on most people. So we're going to try to convey that through some of the answers that I'll be choosing.
What do you mean everyone's dead?
Explain this.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there.
You're lying!
We need her, Cassandra. I can't believe it. All those people. Dead.
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember... running. Things were chasing me, and then... a woman?
A woman?
She reached out to me, but then...
Go to the forward camp, Liliana. I will take her to the rift.
What did happen?
It will be easier to show you. We call it the Breach. It's a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave.
An explosion can do that?
This one did. Unless we act, the Breach may grow until it swallows the world. Each time the Breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
You say it may be the key. To doing what?
Closing the Breach. Whether that's possible is something we shall discover shortly. It is our only chance, however. And yours.
You still think I did this? To myself?
Not intentionally. Something clearly went wrong.
And if I'm not responsible?
Someone is, and you are our only suspect. You wish to prove your innocence? This is the only way.
I understand.
Then...
I'll do what I can. Whatever it takes.
They have decided your guilt. They need it. The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The Conclave was hers. It was a chance for peace between mages and Templars. She brought their leaders together. Now they are dead. We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the Breach is sealed. There will be a trial. I can promise no more. Come. It is not far.
Where are you taking me?
Your mark must be tested on something smaller than the Breach.
Alright guys, so we now are in on the bridge, heading out into the wilds, the Frostback Mountains, with Cassandra, as we are going to be testing out your new special ability. So, being this is the tutorial, so we're just going to kind of get going.
Open the gate. We are heading into the valley.
Okay, so one of the things that is interesting about this game are this area. Most people think this is a very linear portion of the game, where you just kind of follow along the path. I'm going to kind of blow that out of the water. And, oh, not that one. That's not the way to do that. But we will. I will show you later on how this isn't quite as linear as it appears. So this portion is linear.
The pulses are coming faster now. The larger the breach grows, the more rifts appear, the more demons we face.
How did I survive the blast?
They said you stepped out of a rift, then fell unconscious. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was. Everything farther in the valley was laid waste, including the Temple of Sacred Ashes. I suppose you'll see soon enough.
Alright, so, for those who may be new to the Dragon Age series, sorry, um, the Urn of Sacred Ashes is pretty much where um, their holy figure, it's pretty much her remains. In this world, they believe in Andraste. She is their deity for the majority of the groups, not the Elven, and not the not the Dalish, and not the Dwarven people, but for the majority of all the humans, that is their sacred, um, kind of like their Jesus, if you will. um, so what just happened, what we just learned is that the conclave that's recently happened, so maybe I should give you a little backstory, just simply if you are new here. So there recently was a mage rebellion. Their world, they actually kept mages locked up into a tower because they are prone to being possessed, and they can be considered very dangerous. The mages finally said enough's enough, and they have fought back. The conclave was supposed to bring the two groups together to try to work out a peaceful agreement between the two. Just like there is a lot of politics in this game, so I will let you know that, but it is in-game politics, not real-life politics, so don't worry about that. Um, um, so, um, so what had happened is everybody came to the conclave to meet to try to find a peaceful agreement. Something happened where a huge explosion happened, and as you can see, you are the sole survivor of that explosion. So we're going to be heading to the conclave to try to see if we can fix the big. Let's see, can we see it? And you see it from here. Yeah, okay. Over here. If we come over here, you can see it. So, as you can see, there's a huge hole in the sky. So we're heading there to try to see if our new special power can actually close that hole. So...
Stay behind me!
Okay, so this is how they're going to teach you how to use your bow. It's pretty simple. Gotta close that first. Pretty much. We also have some special attack moves. Now, one thing...
It's over.
Drop your weapon. Now!
Bitch, this is my weapon. I need to be able to protect myself. But because my character is the way she is, she's very peacekeeper, I'm gonna go ahead and say, okay, I'll disarm.
Have it your way.
Wait. I cannot protect you. And I cannot expect you to be defenseless. I should remember you agreed to come willingly. Take these potions. Maker knows what we will face.
Where are all your soldiers?
At the forward camp, or fighting. We are on our own for now.
Alright, so we have our bow now. Now I was trying to say, I forget where I was going before the break in the video. Now there are a couple things to be aware of in this. Oops, that was the wrong thing. It's the F button. Forgot which button to pick up. So as you can see here, they're showing you how you can pick up armor and things like that. So as I was stating, in this game, it appears when you're walking through this that this seems very linear. You go from point A to point B, just following along the story. But the interesting thing is, you can actually go off track. Well, maybe not here, but a little later on, you can actually go up and actually climb up the mountains, believe it or not. Now, one of the things, a lot of the stuff that you'll find up there, even though they won't make or break your game, they can assist quite a bit. You can actually start the game with a good bit.
Watch out! If we flank them, we may gain the advantage.
I can go invisible, move to a different spot. I do have the auto target on, simply because of course it does help me. I do change targets from every now and then, but that being said, back to what I was saying. There are a lot of hidden things. If you are skilled enough to try to climb on things, like I'm trying to here, you can actually find some areas that you may not have been able to realize you can actually travel to. I don't remember if there was anything up here, so this may be a moot point. I think it's a moot point. I don't remember ever going up there. It just looks like you can. Actually, there's an easier way around that. Okay. Stupid me. Okay. But you can actually climb up mountains. There's a lot of things to find that will, like I said, even though they won't make or break your character, they will start you off with a very nice crafting nest egg. And in this game, if you really want some halfway decent armor and stuff, you want to make your own armor. The armor that they provide for you, they're usable, and I typically use them a lot on my party's characters. But like here, we found some money. Oops. I need to remember it's the F button. Keep wanting to hit the R button again. Okay. But see, we just found some money by coming off the bait trap. This actually leads us to the area where we were prior to the bridge breaking, which is just part of the storyline, but still. I don't think any of these crates hold anything. It's always good to just double check. So yeah, it didn't really... Oh, nope, it did bring me some more loot. So see, more money. Money's always good to have. I'm wondering how many of you guys know about this. I've always been curious how many people knew about all these little hidden things that you could find up in these hills. when you are starting off the game. Really don't see anything now. You can hit the. Sorry. Let's see, I think. Yeah. Okay, so your V button will help you locate some of the stuff. So it's saying there's nothing around here, so not really worth me keep climbing up. But at least we got a couple loot, a couple gold off of it coming up here. So really wasn't a complete waste of time. Oh, there's some elf fruit. Those will help us create. If I can hit the right button. Okay, that will allow us to craft medicines that we'll need later on. And
up on the hill. It attacks from a distance.
Okay, I'm missing the. Oh. Well, okay. I'm in a place I cannot see them. Where are they? Where is she? Okay, this is a first. Okay, well, she killed him. I have no clue where he was. Because I missed him. Okay. Cassandra seemed to know where he was, so I'll just trust her. See, like I said, the AIs on this can be quite helpful. They can spot things that we can't always. You'll probably see me backtrack a couple times just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Especially when I'm going up and down those mountains. See, I missed a bag of points there. Another elf fruit. Over here. Pretty much my best advice is take your time going through this area. Like I said, it appears linear, but it really is not as linear as it can appear. They actually reward you to actually move off the beaten path. I don't think there's a whole lot on the left side.
They're falling from the breach!
Okay. I don't remember a lot up here. I know if I go too far, it'll warp me back because you went out of bounds. But I do know there is a lot of like iron ore that you could find. That is very simple to miss. So I will have to readjust the screen every now and then because it's not perfect. I mean, for the most part, it stays right behind you, but for the
Goodbye!
right-hand side, which is where we're at now. It's where you'll start to find a lot of different things. So see, iron ore. And it will also take your enemies by surprise when you attack them from an area they're not expecting you, like there. Loot. Gonna go back up here just to make sure I didn't miss any more iron ore. Okay, so it looks like I got all the iron ore there. I will spam the C. Just
We're getting close to the rift. You can hear the fighting.
Who's fighting?
You'll see soon. We must help them.
I think there's something up here. Can't remember. I guess not. I swore there was something there, but it's been a little while since I've played the game.
Before more come through!
What did you do?
I did nothing. The credit is yours.
At least this is good for something.
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark upon your hand. I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Meaning it could also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Good to know. Here I thought we'd be ass-deep in demons forever. Varric Tethras, rogue, storyteller, and occasionally unwelcome tag-along.
Are you with the Chantry, or...?
Was that a serious question?
Technically, I'm a prisoner, just like you.
I brought you here to tell your story to the Divine. Clearly, that is no longer necessary.
Yet, here I am. Lucky for you, considering current events.
That's a nice crossbow you have there.
Ah, isn't she? Bianca and I have been through a lot together.
You named your crossbow Bianca.
Of course. And she'll be great company in the valley.
Absolutely not. Your help is appreciated, Varric, but...
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore. You need me.
Ugh.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions. I am pleased to see you still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you while you slept.
You seem to know a great deal about it all.
Solus is an apostate, well-versed in such matters.
Technically, all mages are now apostates, Cassandra. My travels have allowed me to learn much of the Fade, far beyond the experience of any circle mage. I came to offer whatever help I can give with the breach. If it is not closed, we are all doomed regardless of origin.
Aren't you a smooth talker, smart one?
And what will you do once this is over?
One hopes those in power will remember who helped, and who did not. Cassandra, you should know, the magic involved here is unlike any I've seen. Your prisoner is no mage. Indeed, I find it difficult to imagine any mage having such power.
Understood. We must get to the forward camp quickly.
Well... Bianca's excited.
Alright, so we've met the
This
majority
way,
of our
down
party
the bank.
here.
The road ahead is blocked.
We must move
Before we
quickly.
head in, we're gonna gather some of the loot here. I know they'll urge you to hurry up, but oh, we got a bow. Let's see if it's better than what we have. Let's see. Slightly better, so we're gonna go ahead and equip that. Back up. I think there's something up here. Yeah. Thought so. Some more money. Okay. I don't think you can go up. Barrack's hanging out with us just to make sure nothing happens to us. So, another point of no return. So we've got to jump over this, get over the obstacle. As you could see before, I knew how to do that. Okay, so this is a little point that I'm actually kind of, it depends on my gameplay which way I want to go. Normally you would want to go straight, but I find if you go down here, there is some more loot. Okay. And some more
Demons
iron.
ahead. Glad you brought me now, Seeker?
Okay, now, the thing that's usually helpful if you can, sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not, you can, if you can get back up onto the, there we go, back up here, you'll be back on schedule. Now, it's about to show us the tactical options, so this will be first time. Okay, so now they're going to show you how to use the tactical camera. Now this can become helpful for those who are even more limited mobility than me, or those who think more tactically. I find it only helpful in some cases. You can use, you can scan the, they say you can scan the battlefield by using this. Shows you where everything is. You can go to your different characters, tell them who to attack. There is only a very few quests that I find that helpful. Actually, I'm going to change that to that. There's only a few characters I actually find that helpful with, or missions, I should say, that I find that helpful for. But that's just my game style. There are many other options out there, many choices to do. The great thing about this game is it does give you that freedom to decide which way you want to do it. I like it more mission focused rather than tactical style. So we're going to hit the T, get out of here. Just going to move. R. I also find that tactical isn't always the best option because not always do they actually listen to the tactical. I don't know why. And I did not mean to hit that. Okay. Alright, so we killed the guys there. So there are quite a few goodies around here. So, first off, there's the goodies from when they dropped it. Now if we go up to this building here, there are some goodies here too, so. Okay, so they've got loot. More loot. Now the houses, obviously, any any RPG player know that you should always check out houses. Pretty much any RPG game you go to, you ransack people's houses. It's kind of like an ongoing joke for a lot of people, because it's just kind of a you know, it's just kind of the norm. Comes with the genre. Okay, so there's some elf fruit over here. Now you have this house on fire. Which there is some... This becomes kind of funny. It's not the easiest because, yes, fire hurts. Fire hurts bad, but there are some goodies in here. The question is to try to get in there and get them without your character being burned. Now, your NPC characters aren't always so smart. They'll walk right into the fire. And all you can go is you're a dumbass for doing that. There is a piece of fire there. Move fast enough that it really... Okay, so because it's early in the game, these fires don't hurt you so bad. There's some elf fruit. But further in the game, the fire can hurt you really bad and can kill you. So, got some more elf fruit here. Okay, I can't go really much further up there. Reason I'm not going straight towards that's the reason. So I'm gonna go grab this real quick. But there is a trio of demon greater shades up here. So I'm guessing I'm in a bad location. There we go. I guess I was hitting the tree instead. I do remember what I was going to say. Earlier, I was going to mention that I find that this game works best on ranged characters. Now, it, it is to your benefit to test the different styles in the game, because I like the range and I find the range works the best in this game. I know several others who prefer the close-up range. Um, in the previous games, I preferred the two-handed, dual-wielding rogues, but this one I actually prefer the archers or the mages. Test them out. You go off of what your norm is. Who knows, you might find something you like better, just because the gameplay is different. There's more iron. And there's some more loot. We got a accessory we can equip. This gives us an extra plus 50 to our health, which in the early game, that's nice. Later on, not so much, but for the early part, that's a pretty good boost. So I'm gonna go slow here because I know they're gonna talk, and so many times it's so quick I miss out on it. So here we go.
You are Dalish, but clearly away from the rest of your clan. Did they send you here?
What do you know of the Dalish?
I have wandered many roads in my time, and crossed paths with your people on more than one occasion.
Then you know us well enough to be careful.
Well enough to be suspicious.
Can't you elves just play nice for once?
Probably should have chose cross paths. Solus actually responds best to questioning anything he says, for the most part. If you haven't guessed so already, he's the one where you're actually going to be romancing in this playthrough. One, it is my favorite storyline. I believe it works best for the canon side of the game. Two, it's more.
We must hurry before the mark consumes her.
Two, it's more friendly to, because there's no sexually explicit content to his romance. Unlike some of the other ones, such as Bull.
So, are you innocent?
I don't remember what happened.
That'll get you every time. Should have spun a story.
That's what you would have done.
It's more believable, and less prone to result in premature execution.
I'm falling back!
It's interesting. She gave me potions, but there are no potions in my thing. I know we have to get to the forward base before I will get any potions. So we have a few fights to go still, and I am already pretty
I
low
hope
on my
Liliana
health.
made it through all this.
She's resourceful, Seeker.
We will see for ourselves at the forward camp. We're almost there.
Okay. I don't think there's anything I can do without the potions being an option. I don't think you can use the elf fruit in its whole sense. can't use that. It's not very good that I not able to. Yeah, he only has barrier. I'm guessing it's because I'm playing on and I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing earlier. Normally we would have potions by now. I'm not sure why when she gave me the potions it did not fill. So I don't know if that's just a glitch in the game or if that's actually a problem in this level. I've never really ran into that big of an issue. Maybe it's because I haven't been quite as careful with what I've been doing here. My own mistake. Okay. I swear there were some up here. I swore there was some iron up here. Unless I came up in the wrong spot. Okay. I swear there was more up here, but well, there's some more elf fruit. And when we get up here,
Another rift!
We must seal it!
okay.
Quickly! They keep coming!
I'm gonna
Help
hit
us!
R, and I'm gonna hit this, so I go invisible, so that the enemies actually focus on my party, leaving me free to use my rift. There we go. Sometimes it's good to use your party as a decoy for the enemies.
The rift is gone. Open the gate.
Right away, Lady Cassandra.
We are clear for the moment. Well done.
Whatever that
So-
thing on your hand is, it's useful.
Okay, so I just leveled up, so my health is back to normal. But we do have this, so we can finally fill that potions that I haven't had. Another chest here.
I have caused trouble.
You, Cassandra?
Okay, so
Haven't you all done enough already?
here we go.
Command here.
Enough! Ah, here they come.
You made it. Chancellor Roderick, this is...
I know who she is. As Grand Chancellor of the Chantry, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Val Royeaux to face execution.
Order me? You are a glorified clerk, a bureaucrat.
And you are a thug, but a thug who supposedly serves the Chantry.
We serve the most holy, Chancellor. As you well know.
Justinia is dead! We must elect a replacement and obey her orders on the matter.
Don't talk about me like I'm not here.
You shouldn't even be here! Call a retreat, Seeker. Our position here is hopeless.
We can stop this before it's too late.
How? You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's the quickest route.
But not the safest. Our forces can charge as a distraction while we go through the mountains.
We lost contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
Listen to me. Abandon this now, before more lives are lost.
How do you think we should proceed?
Okay, so now we're gonna go to one of the first real decisions you have. So we can either take the mountain path, or we can go to the charge with the soldiers. Now, the charging with the soldiers is the shortest path. You get to meet Colin that way. If not, you'll meet him later on. Or you can go through the mountain path. As a rogue character, I find the mountain path is actually makes most sense, and you actually can save extra people if you do that. So that's the path we're going to take today.
Now you're asking me what I think.
You have the mark.
And you are the one we must keep alive. Since we cannot agree on our own,
Use the mountain path. Work together. You all know what's at stake.
Liliana, bring everyone left in the valley. Everyone.
On your head be the consequences, Seeker.
Okay, so unfortunately there's not a lot of hidden secrets in this place. Just some extra fighting, and starts by climbing up all these ladders, so...
The tunnel should be just ahead. The path to the temple lies just beyond it.
What manner of tunnel is this? A mine?
Part of an old mining complex. These mountains are full of such paths.
And your missing soldiers are in there somewhere?
Along with whatever has detained them.
We shall see soon enough.
Alright, so... You see what I just saw? There we go. Let's get our crew in there. Get them to start fighting. Oh. Just dawned on me. I'll have to do something after this battle. Let's get in there. Okay, alright, they actually did it. Now I leveled up, and I forgot to go in here. My character records, because now I've got a point I can spend. So let's see. I can either add death from above, which gives me more damage if I'm firing for a higher elevation, or first blood, which learns to learn to pick apart enemies that are still unwounded and unwary. you do more damage to enemies that are only lightly injured. I actually personally start with the Death from Above, um, because I tend to try to look for the highest advantage point to attack somebody. Eventually, we're going to have all of these, but of course, you have to start someplace. I am invisible. Invisible, invisible me. I don't remember there actually being anything there, so I'll just... There are some minor goodies along this path. Just keep spamming that search button. I tend to spam it a lot because I don't like to miss anything, which makes it weird that I haven't 100%ed things. Even though I do spam the search, I still have not found everything in this game. We don't need to light it. There's no real reason. There are some spirits up there. We'll be fighting in just a few minutes. Just gonna try to grab the goodies over here. Loot bags. And for the most part, I haven't even touched my mouse. So that's where I find this game is absolutely great. Really, as long as you have full use of one hand, you're in good standing.
That cannot be all of them.
So the others could be holed up ahead.
Our priority must be the breach. Unless we seal it soon, no one is safe.
I'm leaving that to our elven friend here.
There's really not much around here. I think there's something on this side. Cannot remember. Out of here. Okay. Wondering if there's more stuff in the casual side than the normal side, because I swear there are some things that I am missing. That I normally see a lot more iron along the way, and I only found a couple. So that may be an option that happens when you're playing in certain modes. So nonetheless, it always is good to just double check and veer off the normal beaten path. Now I start that so people can start attacking. Trying to get in there close enough for the... Okay, so there we go. Now I'm gonna go visible. I'm gonna move up here.
Lady Cassandra! Lieutenant, you're alive.
Just barely.
See that advantage. And close the rift.
Sealed, as before. You are becoming quite proficient at this.
Let's hope it works on the big one.
Thank the Maker you finally arrived, Lady Cassandra. I don't think we could have held out much longer.
Thank our prisoner, Lieutenant. She insisted we come this way.
The prisoner? Then you...
It was worth saving you, if we could.
Then you have my sincere gratitude.
The way into the valley behind us is clear for the moment. Go, while you still can.
At once. Quickly, let's move!
The path ahead appears to be clear of demons as well.
Let's hurry before that changes. Down the ladder. That's the way to the temple.
Okay, so we found some more equipment. Let's see, what do we got? Any new bows? Nothing better than what we have. Let's see. Can't change his. No new staffs. Swords. We can give her a Morning Star. And we can give her the Griffin Shield. That's actually a hard one. Magical defense versus willpower. I think the willpower actually be best for what's coming up. Don't have anybody using daggers. Don't have to worry about that. Let's see, armor. You have to be level 6, so nobody's going to be able to wear that for now. Okay, that's a rogue's cloak. Let me see. That's slightly better than what I have, so let's see. Comparative. Yeah, it gives us slightly better rating on our armor. Okay. Alright, so let's get out of here. Cause some trouble.
So, holes in the Fade don't just accidentally happen, right?
If enough magic is brought to bear, it is possible.
But there are easier ways to make things explode.
That is true.
We will consider how this happened once the immediate danger is past.
Over here. Oh, went too far. That's my fault. search too far, sometimes that can happen. Alright, so getting to almost the final battle for this portion.
The Temple of Sacred Ashes.
What's left of it?
That is where you walked out of the Fade, and our soldiers found you. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was.
Remember there being really anything extra. Pretty much if you had came the other route, you would end up in the same spot, but coming from this direction. So, so you're pretty much, like I said, you came from that direction, from the mountains, that direction from the Ford camp. So, alright, so let's move on to trying to close this rift. You know, I did forget to do one little thing. I did give you some extra stuff. Just trying to check. Can we give anything to anybody else? Okay, so there is we can give her a helmet. Nothing new for him, nothing new for him. Okay. This is a really big battle coming up, so let's get going. Oh, I'm going to actually save here, just to make sure. Okay.
Is a long way up.
You're here. Thank the Maker.
Liliana, have your men take up positions around the temple. This is your chance to end this. Are you ready?
I'm assuming you have a plan to get me up there.
No. This rift was the first, and it is the key. Seal it, and perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
Now is the hour of our victory. Bring forth the sacrifice.
What are we hearing?
At a guess, the person who created the breach.
Doesn't it look lovely there?
You know this stuff is red lyrium, Seeker.
I see it, Varric.
But what's it doing here?
Magic could have drawn on lyrium beneath the temple, corrupted it.
It's evil. Whatever you do, don't touch it.
Keep the sacrifice still.
divine Justinia's voice.
What's going on here?
That was your voice. Most Holy called out to you, but...
What's going on here?
Run while you can! Hold them!
We have an intruder. Slay the elf.
You were there! Who attacked? And the Divine, is she... Was this vision true? What are we seeing?
I don't remember.
Echoes of what happened here. The Fade bleeds into this place. This rift is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely. However, opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
That means demons! Stand ready!
Okay guys, so my tip for this battle is I move back here, away from him,
We must
and
strip
focus
its
my
defenses.
attentions
Wear it down!
on removing the rift. I
The
will
demon is
start.
vulnerable! Now!
Now I use a combination of going invisible and switching sides, trying to keep away from his attention. Now, the only thing is, as this
More
battle
coming
goes
through the
on,
rift.
see, I gained their attention, unfortunately. So the best thing I can do is go invisible again and switch sides. Blew my chance there. Luckily, this time it did not draw his attention. Oh, but it did get their attention. So, how to switch sides here. I know it's not nice that I just leave my party to be. I know Cassandra's struggling, things like that. But sometimes that's the best thing you can do is focus on yourself to get through some of these battles. So, yeah. So Cassandra just took a potion. So, yeah, the AIs can take their own potions.
Seal the rift!
But see,
Do it!
that it made us through the battle. And we only used one potion, so that's why I find that that's the best strategy, is just to stay behind that statue, switching sides, using that invisibility. Now, we're not quite done yet, so please stay tuned. We're going to take you all the way up to the hinterlands. So.
Oh! I didn't know you were awake, I swear.
Don't worry about it. I
beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant. You are back in Haven, my lady. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand. It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
Then the danger is over.
The breach is still in the sky, but that's what they say. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is pick up our special shipment. I do have one, I have the higher copies, so I have all the DLCs, all the extra equipment, so that's what I'm picking up here. This give me some elf fruit to start, and then we have a letter. Patient observer, vain hope. Someone better at this than me takes over before the survivor expires. Note in case. Day 1. Clammy, shallow breath. Pulse over fast. Non-responsive. Pupils dilated. Mage says her scarring mark is thrumping with unknown magic. Wish we could station a Templar in here just in case. So that was the note from our medical doctor.
That's her. That's the Herald of Andraste. They said when she came out of the Fade, Andraste herself was watching over her.
Hush. We shouldn't disturb her.
That's her. She stopped the breach from getting any bigger.
I heard she was supposed to close it entirely. Still, it's more than anyone else has done. Demons would have had us otherwise.
Chancellor Roderick says that their Chantry wants nothing to do with us.
That isn't Chancellor Roderick's decision, sister.
Have you gone completely mad? She should be taken to Val Royo immediately, to be tried by whomever becomes divine.
I do not believe she is guilty.
The elf failed, Seeker. The breach is still in the sky. For all you know, she intended it this way.
I do not believe that.
That is not for you to decide. Chain her! I want her prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Disregard that, and leave us.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
I did everything I could to close the breach. It almost killed me.
Yet you live. A convenient result insofar as you're concerned.
Have a care, Chancellor. The breach is not the only threat we face.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect?
You, and many others.
But not the prisoner.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to her for help.
So her survival, that thing on her hand, all a coincidence?
Providence. The Maker sent her to us in our darkest hour.
Well, this is where it becomes a little tricky. Okay, so I think this would actually fit her a little better.
You realize I'm an elf. A Dalish elf.
I have not forgotten. No matter what you are or what you believe, you are exactly what we needed when we needed it.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
You know what this is, Chancellor. A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order with or without your approval.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers. And now, no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
But aren't you still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
The Chantry will take time to find a new Divine. And then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. No, we are on our own. Perhaps forever.
What if I refuse?
You can go if you wish.
You should know that while some believe you chosen, many still think you guilty. The Inquisition can only protect you if you are with us.
We can also help you.
It will not be easy if you stay. But you cannot pretend this has not changed you.
If you're truly trying to restore order...
That is the plan.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
Alright guys, so there you have it. There's the beginning of Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm actually going to stop it here because our next steps would be to explore this area and start the hinterlands. So I find this is probably a good place to stop for right now. Stay tuned for our next video. I'm not sure if it'll be another Dragon Age Inquisition video or something else, but I'm sure it'll be a lot more to come. I'm definitely going to keep playing Inquisition because there are a few more areas I absolutely have to show you. But until next time, have fun, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.